is usually pretty obvious when a guy is crushing on you because, well, you're going to notice him checking you out or giving you this sweet talk. But what if you are getting to know him or you guys have been friends for a while? You suspect that he does like you, but somehow it just doesn't seem so. Just as there are varying shades of people, there are many different types of gentlemen. Some are outspoken and daring, while others can be shy and reserved. Sometimes you might just miss what's actually right in front of you. Now, these are definitely not the most obvious signs, and some will downright shock you. But if you want to know more, don't move an inch, like and subscribe. He will keep up the communication. Have you ever had a friend that always seems to be available? This guy keeps the conversation going. He reaches out to you when you've been out of touch for a few days. That's totally understandable as your friend, but how often are you really speaking? Make a note if it's almost every day. If you don't work or live nearby each other, then he's intentionally keeping up that connection. By going out of his way to see you or to speak with you, it should make you realize that you are more than a trusted friend to him. It doesn't always have to be as obvious as being asked on a date. Sometimes a simple coffee date with you after work is just all he needs. He will tease you. It has been said that a day without laughter is a day wasted, and we need humor to appreciate all that life has to offer to us. If this guy has been making jokes about you recently, then there's a chance that he's into you. It's a way to improve his likability and to see your reactions to different situations without the pressure of you taking it so seriously. He might also notice some weird behaviors where he acts out. He might say cheesy pickup lines, lick his lips when around you, or other interesting quirks unique to him. He will pretend that he can't hear you. Get ready for this one. There's something about the male understanding of beauty that requires a very hands-on approach. A man loves to get up close and personal with the woman that has his heart. Usually, they will try to innocently touch your arm or shoulder, but another strange way of getting close to you is actually pretending he can't hear you, so he has to physically get closer. Sneaky, but brilliant. He brags. Even if he is not the type of guy to brag, he may highlight certain accomplishments that he's actually achieved. He is trying to influence your perception of him. He wants you to know that he's capable of some great things as a person. It's another way to develop your interest in him and to see him in a new light. He makes himself out to be the good guy. A man who is into you will always do his best to allow you to see him in a positive light. On one hand, he might just highlight great qualities about himself, but on the other hand, this will manifest itself by the means of trash-talking other guys and the silly things they do at times. Another way that this may play out is by having hypothetical conversations with the possibility of you two being together. He will make reference to how he behaves in a relationship or how well he treats women. This is a subtle way to understand your way of thinking. He will pull away. If you have been getting real close to one of your male friends and then he just kind of poof, suddenly disappears, it's probably because he became overwhelmed with all of that emotion. Now we know, don't we ladies, that men aren't as emotionally as expressive as us. It could have brought on pangs of fear, anxiety and shock, and that's the reason why he left. It can easily be confused for disinterest though. If he's not that close of a friend and he hasn't shown any of the signs mentioned here, then this is the case. He goes out of his way just for you. Has he offered to help out one of your friends after you said that you were struggling to help them yourself? You can expect a guy that likes you to do something that makes your life much easier. This could range from something small, such as driving you home from work, or something big, such as buying you a new bulb for your car headlight. A man that spends time when he is not around you preparing something for you or doing an action that's going to help you is a guy that accepts you are in his life as his partner. He pays for you and gives you gifts. He will be doing all he can to impress you and to feel good about it. So you can expect him to quickly hand out his card to pay for something. It could be the parking slip, the meal, or your own toiletries. Men are not really that good at gift giving. They seem to leave Xmas presents to their wives or girlfriends and then they just provide the cash. But you can expect a guy that's pursuing you to give you a random gift just because he wants to show he cares and to impress you. He is always there. If you've never noticed, there are some men who are quite shy. When you are out and about completing your daily activities, he's there watching you from afar. When you run into him, he is so happy to be next to you until it hits you. You may even take him for granted. But if your friend tends to be in all the same places as you, then, well, there has to be a reason for it. He is serious or quiet. There are many situations in life that require our more serious side. This includes the circumstances that make us feel nervous. Men sometimes grow quiet because they are unsure of what to say. They don't want to embarrass themselves by saying the wrong thing, and it's especially true when this is outside of their normal character. His place is always clean. Men are private people when it comes to their homes, but when they want to impress you, anytime you may happen to come to their place, it is always clean and spotless. They will wear clean clothes and even spray on a little cologne. Now, if the opposite happens and they don't actually care enough to fix up for you. His answers have depth. Have you ever spoken with your friend and gotten really short responses? It's because he doesn't want to think about more careful ones. He's not that into you, so it's fine if he gives you those snide, general answers that barely keeps up the conversation. However, when your guy has given you some well thought out answers, it implies that he does care and he is interested in developing a stronger connection with you, and conversation is one of the best ways to get there. He admires you. Not every guy can appreciate even the smallest of things that you do. It takes a real gem to notice them and acknowledge them. He thinks highly of you if he's offering compliments and highlighting those great things about you. It could be overcoming a difficult situation, a particular quality that you possess, or the way that you use your words. It is something that he respects and admires. You just know. It could be a case where you've been friend-zoned, but somehow you just sense that he is into you. You may find that he values your opinion. He sees you as a worthy woman to share his goals with and even his most troubling problems. Dealing with feelings can be such a delicate matter, and if you want to know for sure what is happening with your male bestie, then you need to look out for 3 or more signs clustered together from today's video to really give you that guaranteed, surefire sign that, well, something is definitely going on.